All right, everyone, you know how it is. Mondays. Just the word, right? It can feel like you're drowning in to-dos and deadlines before you even finish that first cup of coffee.
Oh, tell me about it. That Monday morning feeling is way too real.
So that's exactly why we're diving into this YouTube video today from Glow Within Goods. It's called How to Set Intentions to Start Your Week Positive, and I am so ready for this.
Me too. Sign me up for anything that helps make Mondays a little less, well, Monday-ish, you know?
Exactly. We're looking for that secret sauce, that magic formula. Okay, maybe not magic, but you know what I mean.
Right, some practical tips, strategies, ways to approach the week feeling empowered instead of just overwhelmed.
I'm with you.
So the video jumps right in talking about intentions, and this is something I think we hear a lot about these days.
Totally. Intentions are having a moment for sure, but I think what's interesting is how this video distinguishes intentions from goals.
Yes, and this is where I get a little fuzzy. Sometimes I feel like I use those words interchangeably. Goals, intentions, like they're the same thing.
I think a lot of people do, but the video makes a really clear distinction. Like a goal is something specific you want to achieve. Like, I want to run a marathon, or I want to finally clean out my garage.
Okay, yeah, measurable, concrete, check it off the list kind of thing.
Exactly. Whereas an intention is more about the energy, the mindset you bring to those goals, or even just to your week in general. It's more about the how.
Okay, so using your marathon example, like my goal is to run the marathon, but my intention might be to approach my training with consistency, to enjoy the process.
Yes, perfect example. Or maybe your intention is to be more mindful of your body's signals, to listen to what it needs instead of pushing through pain.
Okay, so it's kind of like the difference between, I don't know, aiming for a destination and actually enjoying the journey to get there.
100%. And think about it in terms of what's going on in your head. Goals are often future-focused, but intentions, they bring you back to the present moment. They're about how you want to feel, how you want to show up right now.
I love that. So instead of just grinding through the week on autopilot, you're being more conscious, more deliberate about how you're spending your time and energy.
And honestly, that shift in mindset can make a huge difference in your experience. Like even if you don't achieve every single goal you set, if you're aligned with your intentions, you're still going to feel a sense of purpose and fulfillment.
So much better than feeling like you're just constantly chasing after the next thing, the next goal, and never really stopping to appreciate the present moment.
Totally.
And the video specifically talks about setting these intentions weekly, like starting each Monday with clear intentions for the week ahead.
Yeah,
I was curious about that, like why weekly? Why not daily intentions or even monthly?
I think it's kind of a sweet spot. You know, like a week is a manageable chunk of time. It's long enough to see some real progress, but short enough that if you totally miss the mark one week, you have a chance to reset and try again the next.
It's like a mini reset button, I guess, to recalibrate and remind yourself of what really matters.
Exactly.
And the video even lays out a super simple 3-step process for setting these weekly intentions.
Oh, perfect. Lay it on us.
Okay, so step 1 is reflection. Take a few minutes to think back on the previous week. What went well? What were some challenges you faced? Were there any situations where you felt particularly stressed or out of alignment with your values?
So we're not just jumping into the new week blindly. We're taking a moment to actually learn from what just happened.
Precisely, because let's be real, there are patterns, right? Like we tend to repeat, certain behaviors get triggered by similar things. So by reflecting on the past week, you can start to identify those patterns and make more conscious choices moving forward.
And it leads right into step 2, which is...
choosing one area to focus on for the week ahead, just one.
Wait, so no multitasking with our intentions?
Nope, the key here is to be really specific. By choosing one area to focus on, you're giving it more power. So maybe your area of focus is self-care, or maybe it's patience or gratitude. Whatever feels most important for you in this moment.
Okay, so let's say I choose self-care as my area of focus. What's next?
Step 3. And this is where we get into the power of affirmations. You're going to craft a positive statement that reinforces your intention.
So in the case of self-care, I could say something like, this week, I will prioritize taking care of myself.
Yes, or you could get even more specific, like this week I will make time for activities that nourish my body and soul. The video talks about how repeating these affirmations throughout the week can really shift your mindset and behavior.
It's like those subliminal messages, right? You're planting seeds in your subconscious.
Exactly. And the more you repeat those affirmations, the more they become ingrained in your thinking, which makes you more likely to actually make choices that align with your intention.
Okay, so we've got our intention, we've got our affirmation. What else does the video recommend?
Well, it actually includes a guided affirmation exercise that you can do daily. They suggest finding a quiet place, closing your eyes, taking a few deep breaths, and repeating your affirmation a few times.
I like that. It sounds almost meditative.
It is, and there's a ton of research showing the benefits of even short bursts of mindfulness or meditation. Like it can reduce stress, improve focus, help you regulate your emotions.
Yeah, no wonder mindfulness apps are so popular these days. Everyone's looking for a little more peace and calm in their lives.
Totally. And I think what's great about this guided affirmation exercise is that it's so accessible. Like you don't need any fancy equipment or special training. You can literally do it anywhere, anytime.
I'm sold. I'm definitely going to give this a try.
So let's say someone is listening to this and they're ready to put this whole intention setting thing into practice. What would you recommend they focus on?
Maybe you want to be more patient with your kids, or maybe you want to be more present and less distracted at work. That's a great question. And I think it really comes back to that self-reflection piece. What is one thing you want to cultivate or shift in your life this week?
Or maybe you just want to drink more water.
Exactly. It can be anything big or small. The key is to make it a conscious choice, something you're actively working towards, and then, of course, create that positive affirmation to support it.
And write it down. Stick it on your bathroom mirror, set a reminder on your phone. Whatever works for you to keep that intention top of mind throughout the week.
You know, it's funny. I'm thinking about this in the context of all the talk about manifestation lately.
Totally, there's definitely a connection there. Like manifestation is all about aligning your thoughts and actions with what you want to create in your life. And setting clear intentions feels like such a powerful first step in that process.
Right. It's like you're putting your order in with the universe. This is what I want to experience this week. This is how I want to feel.
And by focusing on that intention consistently, you're increasing the likelihood that you'll actually make choices that lead you in that direction.
I love that. Instead of letting Monday dictate our mood, we can actually choose the energy we bring to the week. It feels really empowering.
It is. It's about reclaiming that power and shaping your experience instead of feeling like you're at the mercy of external circumstances.
Well said.
And even touched on some bigger themes like mindfulness and manifestation. Broke down a simple 3-step process. We explored this whole idea of setting weekly intentions. Another deep dive complete. So there you have it, folks.
What positive shift do you want to create in your life? And now the question for you is, what intention will you choose for this week?
We'd love to hear what intentions are guiding your week. Think about it, write it down, and if you're feeling bold, share it with us in the comments.
Until next time, happy intention setting.